Hey, what's going on, everybody? Mike here, and I have finally launched what I've been working on for the past 6 months, which is my program called Assist. So, Assist is an extension launcher essentially for Valorant, and I'll get into what that means soon. But this video is to basically guide you out on the installation process, how to use Assist, what are its current features as of today's recording date, and also some common issues and some common questions I've been getting today. There have been a lot of questions that have been coming in, and a lot of people have been having issues installing and downloading. So I'm making this video to clear it up and also showcase what it is, how it works, and everything in between. So yeah, thank you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy. All right, so we are going to start off with the installation first. Currently, I am running this on my regular old PC. I was going to set up a second one, but it actually didn't want to work, like setting it up, so I just gave up and basically removed everything I could to make this as raw and fresh as an install as I possibly can for this. So if you're coming from anywhere, if you have this tweet, if you don't have this tweet, don't worry about it. It'll be the first link in the description below, and it will lead you to the GitHub page. So for anybody who doesn't know what GitHub is, and I'm going to be using Edge here. It doesn't matter what browser you use. I just want to have a clear browser. So basically, you're going to head over to the GitHub page, and what GitHub is basically a giant place where developers put their code, and you can always like look at code. So with Assist, it's completely open source. What does that mean? Well, anybody can look at the code of the program. So for example, right here, if you go to the Assist folder, here's basically all the code of the program, and you can go into the different folders, different places. You can see how your logins are done, how everything is handled. So why I make things open source is for transparency. I believe that everything should be transparent at like most transparent. I don't think that's a word, but as transparent as anything can possibly be when it comes to handling account details. You don't want your stuff getting hacked or anything like that. So this is the reason why. So essentially, on the GitHub page, you want to scroll down and you're going to see this download button, right? These will also be constantly changing as this is actually going to signify the latest release, which you can see here as well, and how many downloads the project currently has. So the project's been out for a few hours and not really, showcase a lot, but it's at 774, but there are currently 2,800 people, currently unique people using the program as I speak, as Assist has been in beta and in testing for over the course of 3 months, 3+ months. So many people have been using it. So how to basically download it is you want to click the download here. So what this is actually going to do is it's going to download the Assist installer. And you're going to get this. This happens. You want to keep the file. It's going to show you publishers unknown, but I'll explain all this in a second. Basically, you can show more and you want to keep anyway. Right? Google Chrome will do the exact same thing. So where is this Assist installer coming from? Because you don't really see it here. Well, it's actually in like a deeper place. You have to look for it. But I might actually add it here just for people to understand. But just for context, if you were to head over to something called Assist Team, if you look that up, you're going to see users. If you find this, this is actually a repository and like organization type thing I did just for everybody to look at stuff. So the background client is actually what handles the launching of your game and is downloaded as an extension for the Assist program. And the Assist installer is actually what you're downloading. So if you click on here, this will actually show you the installer code. All the code that you are running on your computer is completely public for anybody to see, right? This does not mean your information is public by all means. Like, no, absolutely not. That'd be stupid. But this is the installer, so you can look through here if you want. So basically, when you click that download button, all you're downloading is this, right? So it's all here. It's easy for you to see and easy for you to use. So let's continue. All right, so you now have the installer, so you can go to your downloads folder or wherever it downloaded. As you saw, it had like a 2 next to it. I just removed it and moved it to my desktop just so I can make this process way easier. So basically, and it doesn't matter where you run it. So when you double click it, you are going to get this pop up. Now, by all means, when you see this, you should know what you are downloading. Please understand that. This is one of the main reasons on why Assist is open sourced. Assist code is not signed, and you can look it up on Google on how and why like code is signed. It's basically to prevent you from running anything that can be unrecognized or not approved, essentially. So all you want to do when you see this is click more info. You'll see unknown publisher, you'll see whatever, and then you want to click run anyway. It's going to ask you for admin access. That's normal. and you are going to see this. So the current state of the installer is very bare bones. It's very simple. So it's pretty self-explanatory in what you should do. So you should just click next. Here it will prompt you for install location. You can install this wherever you like. Personally, I like keeping it exactly where it is. It's just the best place I've found that's just easiest to access and easiest for many players. So you can always change it by clicking the folder button, but I'm just going to click next. What this is going to do is it's going to start downloading Assist and downloading anything else it needs. So for example, right now it's downloading WebView 2 Runtime, which is Microsoft's runtime for browsers and things like that. As Assist does use a browser within the actual program. This will also install .NET. And .NET is actually the framework that Assist is built upon and needed to run on your computer. Assist installer should automatically download that. If it does not, it will be actually in the FAQ at the end of this video and the bug section to how to do it manually just in case if you run into any issues. But I'm going to let this install real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, and once it's done installing, you are actually going to see Assist in the top left of your desktop or wherever possible on your desktop. And you'll see here installed. Thank you for downloading Assist. We hope you love it as much as we do. Installed, and you can click launch to launch Assist. But for now, I'm just going to actually exit out here. So now you have the Assist shortcut, and you can actually just delete the installer. Doesn't matter. So now you have Assist. So this is actually the program. So what you can actually do is you can right-click and open up the file location. You can see where it installs and everything like that, right? So this is actually everything. Runtimes, if you go in here, WebView 2, as it's being used, and also you will find Assist right here and right there. So you can easily just look it up quickly if you need to. For anybody wondering, to uninstall it just very quickly, you are going to have to manually remove it from your computer. Easiest way I can explain it is highlight this all, permanently delete, and that'll actually just uninstall Assist. It's not going to pop up in your apps and features currently. I am working on getting that working, but it proved to have a lot of issues while in development, so for now it's not available. So let's run Assist. When you run Assist for the first time, it's going to prompt you for a language selection. Here you just want to select your language. If your language is not supported at the moment, please let us know in the Discord. I will add it as soon as possible, as there's a lot of things going on right now. I just want to make sure everything's working, but because I speak English, I will click on English. Then it will prompt you. So welcome to Assist, basically. So this is actually where you log in. So you have two selections here. You have username and password, or you have Riot Login. Ideally, you would like to use Riot Login, but either works the exact same. But for this example, I'm going to just quickly go over it. So username and password essentially will prompt you for a username and a password input. Basically, just like how you were logging into the Riot client, you will log into Assist. Okay, everything, as you can see on the right, everything is your login information is only sent to Riot and nothing else. This is actually so simple, yet so many people get it wrong, as I will get into it at the later part of this video where I talk about future features. But if you get an error 403, this is actually a very common error that happens. It will actually tell you are not allowed to log in. I do recommend updating your Windows if you actually want to use Assist. This is not an issue that I can personally fix. This is a Riot issue, and this is to prevent bots from logging in. And it's a whole bunch of stuff. It's very hard to currently explain, as I just want to get this done here. But there's a lot of things. So basically, you can log in here. Or you can use Riot Login, which, if you load it up, looks like your typical Riot Login. But there's some caveats. These three do not work. And why is that? Because of how Assist is built. I do recommend, if you do want to use Assist and you want to use your logins from these social services, you are going to need to make a Riot username and password, which is actually super simple to do. I will leave a link in the description to a quick little thing on the GitHub that shows you how to do it, because it's very simple, very easy to do. I think it takes 3 minutes, and you can still log in with Google, Facebook, or Apple after the fact. So what do you want to do from here? Well, Assist supports all regions, so all you want to do is log in. So I'm going to quickly log in here and blur everything out. And after you type in your stuff, you want to click Stay Signed In. This just makes your life a lot easier, just in case if things ever happen on the Assist side. But basically, you want to click Stay Signed In. If you have two-factor, it will prompt you for two-factor. But if you don't, you're in. Welcome to Assist. So right off the bat, what you see is the dashboard. The dashboard is basically an all-in-one place you can see things. So here you can actually see your current shop, and you can see the bundle that's currently in the shop. You can see your username, what region you're a part of, the play button to launch the game, and the latest news I can upload. You can see here a quick access to our Discord. If you click that, you'll be able to join our Discord. And if you click on support, this is actually where you can actually support Assist and help us with the project. So if you click that, that'll lead you to our Ko-Fi page. On the left-hand side, you're going to find a few things. You're going to see dashboard, store, progression, and settings. So if we head over to the store, you will actually see your store once again, but with all the pricing information, the names. You can also see how long your store has left, and you can also see your VP balance and your RP balance. So this is pretty cool. I actually enjoy this design of the store. The store went through many different designs, and I think we ended up liking this one the best for this situation with the Assist launcher. The third thing here is progression. Progression is going to be expanded upon massively. We're adding in agents and your missions as well. And right now it's just the Battle Pass. So if you click on Battle Pass, actually load up your current Battle Pass and every item that's in the Battle Pass. So you can see how much your progress is, how much XP you need, what you've earned. So anything with the check mark is basically what you've earned. You can also preview everything. So you can see the sprays here, the names of it, the weapons, and things like that. If you head over to the settings, this is actually a crucial part. So here you can actually change your language to whatever you'd like to. Your window size is actually crazy because when Assist first launched in beta, we never had a window size. But now we do because of everybody requesting it. So now you can switch between 576p or 576p and 720p. Personally, I do enjoy running 720p as it's bigger and it's just nicer in general. And you can also adjust the sound volume. So Assist does have some type of sounds. So I'm just going to turn this up to 100, and you guys should be able to hear it now. I'm going to lower that on the editing side because that was super loud. But essentially, you just have sound when you click. It adds to the user experience, I thought. And if you go to the About tab, you will see Assist, the version number created by myself. And this is for developer, just to know. That's the commit number that this version is currently on. Or the last commit version. And then Assist was created under Riot Games legal jibber jabber policy using assets owned by Riot Games. Riot Games does not endorse or sponsor this project in any capacity. They have nothing to do with this. If you click on the player card icon here, you will see the profiles page. So the profile page is basically where you add accounts as well. If you click this, it will actually bring up the login page again, and you can just pick another option and add an account. You click back to just go back. And if we go back here, right here, what you could do is you can actually type in a note. So you can have notes for your account. So like, let's say you want to go back, do this, boom, this is a note. And you can also set the default account. So if you have multiple accounts and you don't want to log into the first account you added anymore, you could just click on another account here, and that will be the default account Assist logs into. So that's Assist. And now I'm going to bring you through the actual launching of the game and some other features. So here's a quick access to just switch the profile. Very simple. Back to the page down here. But some of you guys enjoy Discord RPC. So if you don't know what Discord RPC, I'll put up an image real quick on the screen here. Basically, your friends and anybody on Discord can see what you're currently doing on Valorant. So they can be able to see if you're playing competitive, unrated, spike rush, what the score is, and what map you're playing. To enable that, what you need to do is go into the launch settings and just make sure that this has an X on it. That's selected. And this is going to change in the future version, by the way. Just for ease, right now it is an X. And all you got to do is click save. It is enabled by default, but now all you want to do is click play. So what this will do is launching Valorant, but it's going to download the background client, which I initially showed you in the beginning of this video, and it will launch Valorant. You'll see waiting for Valorant game. Basically, it's waiting for your game to start up. And once it does that, you will see this. So when this happens, that means you've swapped regions, and all you need to do is that this will keep on saying waiting for Valorant game. But if you click on play, if you give it a second, boom, connecting to Valorant game, that means it's detected your game. That means your game is already running in the background, and boom, there you go. There's Valorant. And it's going to be logged into the account which you specified on Assist. You didn't have to retype your information or anything like that. This is the ease of access that I've created for Assist, as I found, if I ever wanted to play on a different region because of Riot's region lock, this was the easiest way. So you might be wondering, now what? What runs in the background? Is Assist going to affect my performance in any way? No, it is not. And if you do find that Assist is affecting your performance, it's very easy to get rid of it. What you can do is actually head down to the bottom right here, and what you will find is, if you go here, you will find Assist. If you double click on Assist, now sometimes it bugs out, but majority of the time it works, you'll see Discord Rich Presence enabled. That's if you had it on. But if you disable it, that will turn off Rich Presence. Or if you'd like to quit the entire background client in general, all you got to do is click quit, and boom, it's gone. Easy as that. Assist does not affect your performance as far as I'm aware of. It's been through multiple stages of testing and through many different computers, and it is basically doesn't hinder your performance or touch your performance at all. So you might be wondering the biggest question in the world. But you know what? Actually, we'll get that to the FAQ. So that's Assist, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. And let's get into the frequently asked questions. All right, so let's start with the questions. How does Assist work? Well, Assist is a C# extension launcher, I'm calling it. And C# is basically the language it was coded in. And an extension launcher is what I'm calling it because it kind of is. Assist doesn't actually handle any launching of the game. The launching of the game is actually handled by the Riot client as it normally is, and the Riot client does play a crucial part within Assist, functionality. So Assist does require the Riot client. The Riot client still handles your downloading, patching, and everything else in between. That's not something Assist is looking to replace anytime soon, realistically. And how it works is basically when you click play, Assist boots up the Riot client after it changes the login details that the Riot client stores on your computer. And how Assist stores your login details that you've logged in with is in the exact same way the Riot client does. So we're not compromising on anything. We're doing it exactly how Riot's already doing it to prevent any issues. So now, what does that mean? And the true question that everybody has on their mind is like, will I get banned? And I say, welcome to the gray zone. Assist operates in a very interesting place, as Assist does not have a definitive answer for if you can get banned. Over the course of 2 years and the last 3 months of testing, no one has ever gotten banned for using or creating a program like this. Assist has operated in a very, in a very safe way, and it was made safe for as many users as possible, right? There's no compromises at any corner. So I would personally say use at your own risk. But there hasn't been any issues in the last 2 years that Valorant has been released, nor has there been any issues in the last 3 to 4 months that Assist has been in testing. So it's completely up to you. Personally, I find it safe. Of course, I'm a bit biased since I've made it. But I definitely take a look around, and if you don't feel comfortable using it, then don't use it. I'm not here to force it upon you. I made this as an ease of use program, right? And that's going to be the third question, surprisingly, is what is Assist's main purpose? So, ideally, Assist is here to replace the Valorant icon on your desktop, and it just give you more options on what you can do. So, right now, if you click the Valorant icon on your desktop, all you got to do is just boot up the game. There's nothing else. And if you ever want to check your shop, you have to boot up the game, wait for it to load, and if you want to check another account, you got to log into that account, wait for the game to load. Very tedious process. So, Assist is here to solve the shop problem, but also, there's no way to connect to Valorant or in any capacity except using the game. It's kind of weird. Valorant has such a broad community, and there's different parts of the community that have different needs or different wants and different ways of playing and connecting with the game. So limiting to just the game is very it feels weird to me, especially since I like to check my shop, and sometimes I cannot play the game. I just want to do a quick look and go, and it's a very tedious process in my opinion when it comes to launching the game just to check one little thing. So, and there's more to just the shop. You get the battle pass, you can check the latest news. For example, patch notes. Not many players actually read the Valorant patch notes and go to the actual website, right? As although you see it on social media, no one really clicks the links in game as nothing. It's nothing crazy, right? So Assist was created to kind of be a all-in-one place for Valorant players and for you to access features. Um, and yeah, and Assist went through many different iterations. It wasn't always a launcher, by the way. Fun fact. Um, but you know what? We'll get into that in the future. Is there going to be a mobile version of Assist? This question, man. This question. So, listen, I'm not going to beat around the bush anymore. There is the current idea of making a mobile version. And the only reason why I'm debating on making a mobile version is because there are a lot of players right now using different apps to check their shop. And I'm just using the shop as an example. And the Assist Mobile would still feature everything that Assist has on the desktop version, except launching the game, of course. But I'm seeing a lot of users use these apps, and personally, I do not feel comfortable with using these apps. And the reason being is because there's no transparency with the code. A great example would be how there were websites where you can check your shop. Those websites were sending your data to their own servers. Of course, they could say that they weren't saving anything, but realistically, you don't know actually what they were doing, right? And the mobile version that I'm looking to create would be completely open sourced, just like how Assist currently is, for full transparency on how your stuff is used. Because honestly, especially when it comes to handling your personal information and login details, you want to know where it's going at the end of the day. So that's the only reason I'm currently debating a mobile version. And there are some features that I am looking to implement that could be cool with mobile, but at the moment, mobile's an idea. There's no guarantee, but it is possible. What features are coming to Assist? Well, there's a few things. So currently on the roadmap, there are a few things listed as, I want to introduce statistics and your player stats. I also want to introduce better progression, like your agents and contracts. That's currently already in development as I'm talking to you right now. And lastly, there's a few things more but we want better language and regional support, right? We want to be able to provide to anyone that plays Assist. So currently, although you can select different languages with Assist, you can't, the news on the right-hand side isn't being provided in any other language. It's just English. So that's something we want to fix, something we want to improve on, and change the languages and add languages for everyone, right? So that's one thing I'm looking into. And then second, we want to add in the inventory page. We want you to be able to manage your inventory outside of game. We want you to see your inventory and also provide a better inventory experience than the one that we currently have in game. In game, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. It's a mess. The carousel, great and all, but especially when you have over 200 player cards or something at the moment, maybe less, most likely less, because I don't know at this point. There's just so many. It's kind of painful to look for one. It's not right to scroll through 200 things, right? So we are looking to create an inventory page on the Assist program that will allow you to search for items, filter through items, create custom loadouts and different things. Right now it's still in planning for the inventory page, but it definitely is something we want to add. And then we want to expand features on the actual profiles. So right now, although we want the profile page, they're two separate things. Profile is actually what you swap accounts on. We call that feature profiles, and we want to add more to it. For example, one of the core things I wanted to add to Assist was exporting your settings and applying it to different places. So right now, let's say you create an alt account. You have to go in and manually change all of your settings to your previous account or your main account. And, that's pretty tedious, especially when you can just kind of automate it. So that's one thing I want to add, just a simple export and a custom file for you to add your settings to every account. Very simple and very doable. And one more thing we want to add back, as it was in the Assist beta version, which I know many of you guys did not have, is launching it to PvE and different patch lines. Currently, it was removed as there is a slight bug with it, but we are working on trying to get it back and adding all patch lines back. And that's Assist and what the plans are. I mean, I'm very happy it's released. I've been, work on it for a very long time, and I do appreciate everyone who's going to use it or is looking to use it. By the way, there are way more features than I'm currently looking at, but I kind of just don't want to spoil them all. Not don't reveal all your eggs, or like all your stuff at once, if you will. I forgot the analogy for it, but yeah, that's Assist currently, and I can tell you this much: if Assist, gets a pretty good user base, Assist is gonna be improved upon a lot, and I do appreciate everyone who does use it. And if any feedback, please leave a comment or in the Discord. I'm always active in Discord. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you use Assist and enjoy it. And yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.